and it's really thinking. Yeah, we're live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Emma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode, I just said it and now I can't remember. 437?
Okay.
437. Yay. Yeah. Sorry, my phone started talking to me while you were talking. It must have heard me say like a keyword or something.
Oh, and I didn't hear it at all, so I was
Oh.
like, you're just laughing for no reason.
Fun with technology. Yes, we were having trouble connecting to YouTube this morning. And yeah, the my phone is talking to me. So
Exciting.
yeah. At work I've been talking a lot about the G word, Google,
Oh,
and my phone keys off of that. So if it hears hey plus
yeah.
that, then all of a sudden my phone starts talking to me. So yeah, it's been fun. I need to like shut down that or have like a window where it's actually on or something.
Right.
Anyway, all technical maladies aside, how are things going?
I'm pretty good. We're trucking along. It There's little things about people. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but my kitties are no longer with me. And so there's just been little things that, like, oh, we don't have to close the door. I don't have to zip up my project bags quite so meticulously. And we threw out all of the little scratchers
Mm,
um things. So like, oh, what's different or missing or changed
mhm.
since we don't have any animals in the house? And yeah, it's surreal to say the least.
Uh-oh. Am I glitching? No?
A little bit.
Okay. You were too.
Okay.
So, yeah. Are you planning to get other cats?
Current timeline is after the summer, potentially.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair.
but maybe we just need to plan one big trip, and then as soon as that trip is done, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But there's just been a lot of like, oh, well, if we get a new kitten, then we can't go on a longer trip, or we'll feel bad about going on a longer trip. So we should probably plan a longer trip and then see where we stand after. But
Yeah. No, I get that. We got Sullivan after we got back from Disney, right? So, yeah.
yeah,
That I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. Any
awesome.
any spring break plans?
We're gonna go to Iowa for Easter. We're invited down to spend time with the family. My husband just got back from India, so I have this lovely scarf that came back from India, and his my husband's brother was like, "Oh, you just got back from India," and he like put up all these recipes about like chai and different spiced coffees. And so now the big plan for Easter is to go and make all of these super fancy teas and coffees.
Mhm.
So, um, brother-in-law is going to hit up some of the specialty food stores, and then we're gonna all make fancy coffees.
Fun, fun. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I mentioned last time we're going to Ireland. So yeah, the uh the talk is clicking. The clock is ticking. I need to get some some things done and we're wrap up some work stuff. And then I'm sure we'll be eating interesting fare there as well. But it's going to be rainy, which I've heard is like a universal experience in Ireland. It's always raining. And I guess it's always sunny in Philadelphia and it's always raining in Ireland. So yeah, kind of need to pack like things that won't get wet and stay wet for a very long time.
Are you staying kind of centralized in your vacation? Or are you going to hit more of
We're
the
flying into
great?
Dublin. We're gonna drive to like Limerick and Galway and a lot of different places. Like we've got excursions, and then we're gonna end up back in Dublin at the end. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm trepidatious. I've been hearing stories about narrow roads and meeting traffic and having to like basically be off the road. And my name is on the rental car as well because you can there's great things to imbibe in in Ireland. And I'm like, I don't want to drive. It'll be okay.
Just
We'll make it work. We'll make it work. But yes, lots of adventures. Gonna go to a soccer game, a soccer
mm.
match while we're there, football match while we're there.
Yeah, where? Which teams?
That's a great question. It's in Dublin.
Okay.
It's like a inner city rivalry, I think, is
Okay.
what Jeremy was telling me. He got the hot ticket. Like there was like a not as not as attended match
Okay.
that
So you're
he was
getting the raucous
where, but we're gonna stay in the like known to be the family section.
okay. So when you're in the family section, you're gonna have to ask people like what are the chants, so you can
Yeah.
learn them before you get there and you can feel like part of the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And when we went to the Premier, and it wasn't the Premier League, but it was their top league when we were in France last year, felt like I got some
Mm.
stares for knitting in the stands. Kind of like, what are you doing? You should be watching the football game. So we'll see if people are as accepting in in Ireland of knitters at sporting events. But I'll be representing. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's like, I'm doing it regardless. It's just a matter of whether people are staring or not.
Yeah. The whether it's a warm reception or not, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, favorite things, other
Yeah.
than just the general administrati of, the quarter is ending. Get your zombie explorer badge entries in. I saw you had all of yours in. I still have not
Yep.
done hands or neck, but I know that sometime this year I'll get those additional two in. I'm thinking that maybe I'll do like a an infinity tube cowl
Yeah.
while I'm of color work while I'm in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
So
important
I
thing
guess a
is I
little
need to
bit of
pack my go ahead.
I was just going to say a little bit of administrati with that. We did send out an email. So if you didn't
Yep.
get an email and you feel like you're part of the Explorers KAL, contact us so that we can get you part of that distribution list because we did announce our new quarter challenges.
Yes. And
So,
check your spam because
yes.
all of my all of my emails, so I have multiple emails that our dist list sends to marked you as spam and marks myself as spam. So if you think that you were on it and you know that for certain that you signed up to receive the emails and maybe you got the last email, it seems like spam rules have been changing. So make sure that you check your spam or junk folder.
Yep. So, the unofficial, we had keeping it cozy.
Oh,
So you're making something cozy for your body. And this time it's colorful. So we're exploring our color this next quarter. And in
color,
exploring your
yeah,
color, you have to use certain techniques. So there's 5 techniques that are listed. We did them in such a way that they will work for crochet and knitting. So there is Faroe Isle crochet, there is tapestry,
mosaic,
which is double knitting. Um,
mosaic,
and so, yep, and mosaic. So anything, yeah, mosaic you might be using Tunisian crochet, but again, there should be stuff for everybody, no matter your craft, in there. So hopefully, you're excited to get to use some of your color work skills or work on them. There are definitely things in there that I haven't done in a very long time, like in Tarja. So I
yeah,
know that there are some of those really the sweaters where the sleeves are a form of intarsia.
Yep.
So because you're doing that, so I think that that might be something I pick up for this challenge. And then yeah, just a lot of fun. Think I think we left brioche on there in the same
Yep.
category as intarsia. So you can
Yep.
choose your challenge there on that one.
Yeah. We didn't find a multi-craftual way to do brioche. Maybe there is crocheted brioche. But yeah, we left it as crochet or more crochet friendly to have those share a category. Plus, we're trying to stick with the five. So there are a
Well,
lot of
yeah,
color work techniques, but yeah,
yeah, and we wanted the do it yourself striping to be kind of your easy, easy mode. Like
exactly.
just playing with color and putting them in stripes, perfect. That counts on one category. So,
Yep, absolutely. And you can
um,
do that with crochet, Tunisian crochet. Yeah,
yep, yep. It's going to be a fun new challenge that does correspond with the Zombie Apocalypse KAL for the month of April. So you can kind of double dip during April for that. So wonderful. And actually the category for May, June is going to be kind of wide open as well, a little bit conceptual. So you can make your your project fit into that. So I'm
excellent.
excited about that.
Yes, yeah, no, the definitely surreal that we're in quarter 2 already with this challenge and at work. And yeah, it's time. It is a flying when you're having fun, I guess, or just super busy. Or just super busy. So yeah,
Right.
that's sorry.
Right.
That was administrati. That's also my favorite thing. I'm like super enjoying everybody's different like when I was out there verifying entries. It was fun to see everybody that had done 5 for the first quarter and those that were getting their 3 entries in. Definitely the zombie explorers is bringing me joy and is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, and the logos are so cute. We're going to be putting those in our shop so that
Hmm.
you can get the logos for those on something as part of the prizes, but also, just if you care to have them. So
Hmm. They are fun.
I
I love them.
can move on to some of my favorite things. I'm very blue today.
Yeah.
I brought in my one of my bowls. So one of my favorite things is craft markets, and especially pottery. So I got this at a local craft market that was down at the Chateau Theater,
Mm.
and it's really quite pretty. It was the only one that she had that was like this glaze. Very impressed with it. But I am using it currently as my cordsmith caddy, because this is my cord that's already been done. And this is
Wow.
my self-striping yarn that I am putting into the cord. And then I have my next one that's going in here. And so
Mm.
I'm putting all of my self-striping scraps into a cord, I-cord, and then I plan to do something with it. I think right now my idea is to make one of those like a basket or a bowl where you crochet a basket or bowl type thing. Um, but we'll see once I start actually crocheting it. Maybe I'll change my mind and want to do something like a rug or something a little bit different. And again, like this is all I have. So it's not like I've been really super crazy on it. But every once in a while, I just sit down and I do a yard or two of I-cord. And that's how simple it is, right? I'll get through like a yard or two when I'm sitting down.
Hmm.
And yeah, and just picking out what goes next and keeping that in my little bowl.
Super fun.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I also got from that same market that is a favorite thing is my little leather coin purse.
Ooh.
So it's just a really simple And right now it has knitting doodads in it, and I brought it in because I needed some of my knitting doodads.
Yeah.
But it's got, stitch markers and needle and it's big enough for those or the smaller snips. So you can put those smaller snips that people have been buying into this.
Hmm.
Um, it's not quite big enough for my stork scissors, but I have a few pairs that are shorter than that, but similar, I don't know, snipping abilities that will fit in here.
Yeah. Did you
But
say you
yeah,
got
it's
that
just
from
a
that
cute little
same
leather
craft
pouch.
market? Oh, sorry. Did
Say
you
that
say you
again?
got that from that same craft market?
Yes. Yep. There were a lot of different people in that one. I don't remember what it was called, but they also had some people who were selling food, people who were selling like 3D printed toys. Like it was all over and some people were like doing
Yeah.
craft whiskey tastings. It was a market that was kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But it was just a 1 day market
Yeah, I wonder if
downtown.
yours is from
So
like the same people that made my little triangle here. I think I got mine as part of the night market when it was at the Naughty Woodpecker.
hmm.
So yeah, I've got
Oh, could be.
I don't have like scissors or the the needle in here. I just have stitch
Yeah,
markers, but I was thinking it was going to be like two-sided, right? Like I would be able to put something on this side and but it opens to the same compartment. Duh, Megan.
yeah. I ended up following the person on Instagram, and they make a lot more purses and totes and things. This was just something small that I could get
Yeah,
from them, but
very fun.
innovative. Very cool.
I love the red. It's very striking.
Yes. Everything else that they made had contrast stitching, but for some reason, this little red on red just spoke to me. I loved it.
Hmm. Cheers to that
Anyway, yeah,
red mug.
absolutely. But that's what I brought in for favorite things.
Yeah, in addition to the craft alongs giving me joy, I think it's like the rose-colored glasses of like I'm not going to be able to take it with me when I go.
Right.
Really been enjoying my Tunisian crochet project, where I just grabbed like every blue that I own,
Oh,
or
wow, that's coming
every
along.
single lady blue that I own, and some non-single ladies, and some like sweater quantity ladies. And I'm just making this patchwork of a Tunisian crochet
Mhm.
blanket. I think Ellie walked out the door. I've been keeping it a secret. I think she sees me working on it, and she hasn't commented on the blue yet. But um, yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. I am starting to get to where like I have to repeat colors because I think I'm like at the 8 diagonal, and I'm trying to do light and dark. I don't know if you can pick up on that
Yep.
or not, but like um yeah, I'm trying to do like the like in chess the knight move, right? Like I don't want it to be directly diagonal or directly longitudinal or lateral from it. So I'm trying to do like the it's up to and over or up to and over one sort
Yep.
of placement. But I am starting to get a little like what what color should be next. It is really fun. You guys can't see it, but I have like a whole buffet of yarn sitting in front of me that I'm like, after I finish one, I'll pick up the next one. And yeah, but the way I'm doing it now is very still much like the entrelac and key, where like if I had been maintaining the same color, right, I'm still keeping those diagonals. Just because I think I don't know, I think it's more enjoyable for me to be like picking the darker line and following it, but I could definitely start filling in down lower and
Mhm.
maintain that right and build to where I actually have. But yeah, I think the two of them making 10 inches, if I want it to be 80 inches wide, I have to get to 16. as you can see, I'm at 8. So it's going to be a pretty big blanket. And then if my math serves me, and each of these single skeins is about 8 blocks. I'm going to need about 15 more to identify about 15 more skeins to add to the 25 that I have already pulled out. So
I think I think that that is kind of a wonderful little thing to also bring you joy because you have a shopping list, right? I need an
yeah,
interesting blue
yeah.
going, you know.
And I'm sure that I have other interesting blues. Like I've instead of just the single ladies, I've started like, okay, I do have a bin of like partial skeins, finished from sweaters, whatever. This one in particular was like a like 716, one of our trios, right? Where I'd used some of it for a project, but not all of it. So I grabbed it. Um, and yeah, it's just been interesting and fun and definitely motivating. Again, just like anything that starts out small and grows, like at first it's like, oh my gosh, I'm making so much progress, right? Like this is ginormous. And now it's like, oh my Lord.
It's adding just one pebble to the ocean that
Yes, exactly. I think after I've 8, if you do 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3, like I'll have like the what is it? I'll be like in the 30s, but I need 320 blocks if I want to make it the size that I want to make it. So not even a tenth of it done, right?
oh yeah, my mitered square blanket, which is a generous shawl at this point. It's beautiful and I
Yeah.
love it. It's not quite that tall, but it's so wide because I made it luxuriously wide.
Yep.
Um yeah, that's my once a year I throw a row on it, maybe two if I'm
Yeah.
lucky. And it's usually in a spurt, like a I'm gonna do this spurt. And and then
And
it
so
dies off and it
yeah, it's going to be a weighty blanket,
oh yeah.
in addition to being very warm. But yeah, I just like this is another one of my favorites. This is Mitchell's Creations Moonflower.
Ooh.
Yeah, like it's just like Tunisian crochet just really shows off those differences, right? So the
Mhm.
variegateds just love these little blocks, right? Like I'm just like, oh, I mean, these are the more solid colors are fun as well, right? But like just a little bit of glimmer in it or speckle, right? Just really, it just makes my heart sing. So definitely a favorite thing.
Yeah, I started like a little scrappy Tunisian crochet blanket, and I almost wish I had done bigger squares like that. I think I
Yeah.
was concerned with using up more scraps, so I wanted them to be small enough to encompass smaller scraps as well as larger scraps. And it's DK, not, singles held double, so or
Yeah.
sock held double. But
That's my other
I
thought
am
as well. Like if I get to a point where like I've worked down and I don't think I have enough to complete a square, is because I'm holding it double, I can marl. So I could
Mhm,
use two of the colors together, make a very distinct and unique square, right? So
mhm.
yeah, I'm just really loving it. It's definitely bringing me joy to be like, I mean, a little bit of color anxiety because I'm kind of a color anxious person, but definitely enjoying the using of and kind of like shopping my own stash. And yeah, it's just bringing me a lot of joy. I do have to find something else because I'm not taking 25 single skeins a blanket with me on my next 2 weeks of travel. So I do like packing knitting has to happen, often happens first. But I do have two candidates here, which is my last favorite thing. I'm in the Woolens and Nosh monthly club. This was the March one, which was Spring Forward, which is really pretty. Again, the yellow is kind of popping a lot more than I feel like it does in real life here, the
Mhm.
yellow and green. And then my February, I love this one too. The penguins. Yeah, penguins. Looks like supposed
If
like
you ever
somebody
feel like you're
misspelled.
getting too many of those, you just let me know.
I know, aren't they so pretty? The little side kickers just really like, they
Mhm.
bring out the colors in them. And yeah, I'm thinking one of these, the green is really the spring forward, the March one is really kind of calling to me. Um, when you go to Ireland, do you just knit green? Is that what you do?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a thing, right? That's a thing. So yeah, those are some recent self-stripings that have shown up in my life and have brought me a great deal of joy as well. So
Awesome. Yep.
yeah,
So yeah, definitely excited for the calendar to flip the page so that we can get on to the next challenge here in our Explore KL. So
yeah,
yeah.
and June is soon. Like, I don't feel like we've been saying it nearly enough. I am so very excited about people being in Rochester soon. I'm excited about all of the vendors that are going to be bringing their wares. I have been being semi-virtuous, other than the yarn that I have auto shipped. And I'm making lots of room, as you can see, in my stash for some big time shopping. So,
Well, I hope that continues and you don't get overload the day of or what.
yes, that is known to happen. I'm like one or the other, one end of the spectrum or the other. I'm like, I can't make any decisions, or I buy everything that I touch. We'll see what 2024 brings.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye.
Bye, Uta. For whatever reason, some